Naro.
General, Adeba ko din tintima na otwe mu ye Frederick Ansabotwe. The crata of the Bible on things that he thinks House of Folk in treating ye. The Quan House the Nefas no enyefe. So Maka saw a surplus to requirement there. Amama the crata ah no so beko akope baby esi akan.
Okay.
Na me kan letter na my dream say Ansabotwe en sheda any team no sheda nte the situation as he. First of all, I disagree with House of Folk entirely. Say making it public.
Yeah.
Say Abranti any surplus to requirement.
Okay.
A normal with football team, especially at the end of the season, say players are technical team ni management come margin power or move say akwantu ara ye betu na fi mu no mun kan omuja o mokwan in team pempi no first Ghana na ye but gradually our teams ni jai bo say season ko area na list players we have been transfer listed no mudiaba.
Okay.
But the need the fan ye say ye no bekasa and I know management bekasa say bia ye mpe ubiem. Now, no, and there are two ways you can go about it. Either say mutually, mube terminate contract no, and I say yempel kopo be metal because yentimi assure you of playing time. So when they say you are surplus to requirement, it doesn't necessarily mean that your contract should be terminated. Aye, ye share a team na yebe boni adina unya bi mo umwaye. Enti surplus to requirement no ne say unka ye ho untimi mo next season. Enti team no ese omo edi nkomo ni bitoa so say either say be terminate your contract and na say kopo obi man meto. For example, Ebia Lukaku a surplus requirement at Chelsea, but they can't say because of that omo terminating the contract. Just a Lukaku po bi na ni team no ehwehwe team bi na club na mpo etimi fra that team say sa player afi yentumi ni ni juma we interested and if you are interested come and let's negotiate. So it sounds, the argument sounds a bit moral, but legally, the fact that you are surplus to requirement doesn't necessarily mean that your contract should be terminated for you to go.
Okay.
Club when they decide, they say, okay, we are surplus to requirement, pubi man metal, and now pubi man money and farm money loan, and now me terminate your contract neko. But then yes, once I surplus to requirement, you know, chinchira yen terminate your contract neko. I think looking at the service to House of Oak, the letter has a try, it was so embarrassing, it wasn't proper. Okay. But it doesn't mean it should be made to go free.
We have only lost one midfielder in Ansabotwe, but there is Lawali Mamani to replace him. That Nigerian national team player is back, and he was excellent at training match yesterday. Kessben, on the House of Folk Assembly, them kind. Before so because of the on wire, because supporters in P Amuntiasi and Sabotri.
Yeah.
Why? So has because of oil surplus requirement. Why? Because of Bidon feels to the extent says what does it be queen Duatu says we Jan Manaka also Baka join us and Tikotoko. Why? What is so special about him?
Yes, and no one was say supporters and no one was say has his oil surplus requirement. Because one, he's an established holding midfielder for House of Oak.
Okay.
Like an established midfielder for House of Oak. And we share on your futumu ni we mono for me. Salif Ibrahim for me very formidable midfield team. Then House of Oak last match against Bechem United in the FA Cup final. Yeah. He started and played very well. It's the last time House supporters who Frederick Ansabotwe no. Yeah. No can have starting 11. Eboboni. After that, more match be able. So how did he become surplus to requirement? Me send your supporters in Bisan Sana means to me Bisa. Say why would he? Because he's one of the guys that we mainstay midfielders for Hasbrook. Okay. But could it be moral issue? Could it be that Omato a better midfielder be a midfielder be a mature? Me maintiasi. But intimate supporters no moon tiasi no. And so yeah, again maybe technical team management or more explanation, I don't know. But okay. I don't think so. And how they went about it for me was the major issue. They didn't engage the guy. They want to see a trend with social media. So a surplus to requirement. So unprofessional.
Please tell Newton that Kumasi Santi Kotoko have signed Omar Bashiru from Karela. William Ablekuma Accra. On the way and so Ebre.
This Omar Bashiru thing.
Yeah.
I spoke to a close person of Karela and also a free agent.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if He was transferred.
But I said, free or say to transfer.
No, he's been moved to
the
Kotoko.
most important is Wabakotoko.
Yeah, Wabakotoko.
Yeah.
We're in the second return
Yeah,
to Kotoko.
Okay.
Because he was there earlier.
Yeah.
And Fano Okoye.
Okay.
Also, this year in Kasano, players no contract a special situation because last season, for example, you started in October. And transfer market and another transfer contract no. O sign 2 seasons are still date issue.
Okay.
Now, Adia Bako Asante Kotoko management, this season or year, I think it's not being properly narrated. People have their opinion, but I think that they took the right decision, especially with respect to Fabio Gama and Mudasiru Salif.
Okay.
First
I'm watching and listening to you live from Kronoma Boy here, Otumfor last stop. Lawali Mamani is far better than Frederick and Sambuchi. Trust me, you see his performance this season. Matthew, Enin, Onaudiwe, and so Abre, Naro.
Yeah, that make us say there are 2 things that Santikotoko management year. I think it's not being properly narrated. Ofamudasiru and Fabio Gama. 2 different things, but I think in both cases they got it wrong. First of all, Fabio Gama signed Santi Kotoko. The contract never be somewhere in October.
Yeah.
October, even and the contract never be. But the himself right at the end of the season. The season you 18th June. Yeti answer Fabio Gama eko. In October no, but why free agent oko. So you kotoko penya. Oba trust no bisa and say okay. Fabio Gama contract be in October. Enti member natena also renew. Member natena ama October naso. Na busumi bia metua neka. Edru ho a no oko. Anasa minjani kwa yen terminate contract mutually na onko. Fabio Gama is paid $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
It was Asante Kotoko. So June, July, August, September, October, about 4 months. About that 4 months, you know, so what's it on till October now? Ubetuya about $20,000 in salaries.
Okay.
You are talking about 180,000 Ghana cedis. It was 1.8 billion.
Okay.
And Tisau now we take a decision. Your league year starting on 9th September. So it's what now roughly be about 3 or 4 matches in the amount. So you weigh the option. Mean terminating I mean save with Sakana and Kamebono na onko. And now say me manintina na mean to an kabusumi bia. Clearly, if you're a manager and you want to cut down cost, you will let him go. And it's the reason. The Mudasiru story is an interesting one. Both Mudasiru and Anaya Mponsa Baso. FC Sheriff Mudasiru mu interested on person no. Mudasiru contract at that time na can less than 1 month. Na the contract aso. Anaya Mponsa si Mudasiru. Look, me na de na besi mi so se ne o contract aka 1 month ansa na aso. Omu hia o se si a. Se mi ja o se kwa. Ye beka se makoton okuredi. Enti semema wakwa I just want renew contract ama Asante Kotoko. Muda so se Kotoko no mepe. Meko free, me train ama date na so na mako free no. And now they may renew na Kotoko enya mfaso ho. So he renewed 2 years, giving out 1 year loan. If at the end of the 1 year the team is interested, Kotoko negotiates again and make more money. If they are not interested, he comes back to Asante Kotoko. And I think it's something they've done and done very well. I support it.
Who is Enoch Morrison? Stop it. Can you compare Enoch to any of Heart of Oak's players? I remember almost all Kotoko goals, or most of Asante Kotoko goals, were penalty goals. I know Marijata will come and say a different story. Colin, Sudu Efri Kaswa of Franko and Abre. Kaswa, they say a greater Accra. You see, enya central view. Into Kaswa, unti say na your central. You say,
Accra na.
Because I am of Kaswa, because central. Okay. Joe, I disagree with Franko Naro on the surplus to requirement issue of Ansabutri. If a player is not part of your future plans, then you are obliged to let him go. You can't tell the player to go and look for a club to come and buy him. Rather, he will decide to leave or stay until his contract is over. A similar situation with Frankie de Jong and Barcelona. Richard Edu-Jemfi, former administrative manager Ashanti Gold FC, and the way our brains is here. What comment?
Yeah, many Richard Nigel baby back. Maybe he's adding to what I'm saying. When you say a player is supposed to requirement, look, you hear a few ultimate why you may do. Either say no manager, nya baby a mube beko. And now a club ne be baby the amount.
And I'm repeating my no abejimaka.
And I'm repeating my ba no abeton edoko.
Okay.
Player no bet ma suggest to say, Opa my terminate contract no. Club no pa obeye. And our club no bet ma suggest to say Opa terminate contract no. Player no pa obeye. In the case of Frankie de Jong, se Barcelona ebenya na se bianca team bi beba na Branton so obekwa kombeye se ne has of focus or a surplus to requirement onya bi mo na se player ne se on call bet na has susun to me for some pam no age se ne has here ready to pay whatever he's entitled to.
Okay.
And in America say the moment the club says we are surplus to requirement, it doesn't automatically means they should terminate your contract. Esen komono ya can't say ye here into some within common bitwaso, and there are various options available. Okay.
Mary Jata also told you, Enoch Morrison, on the heart of foot players no more, no more Enoch Morrison, and Young Conny Mubia. Until many did
penalties.
Or see a lot of the goals. Goals in there, penalty goals. Okay, Obiasma Okano. Good morning, bro. What have I done to you? Please, say Obiniesia, me, Kala. All right. Don't say
that. Obi me about Kotoko coaching situation.
Yeah.
Uka Kotoko coaching situation. I ain't him say China me adoma Asante Kotoko be free in Ghana.
Yeah.
Crying. No mako Teki. Nen komudi dia me didini de metete chreze. Openyina a friend Kamu Malu. 2021 African Cup of Nations. They are now Oti bench. Edema the Stallions of Burkina Faso. Former coach of a RC Kadiago. Team na kotoko ni ombebono. Ono na kotoko ni nkomudi no edru actually to the extent there. Omo expect say obeshia omo e wo take.
Okay.
Now don't forget Papa Maluno or a police in here as well. Okay. He's a policeman and a coach.
All right.
And Kotoko thinks that he should be the next coach. But in between that time, Kotoko Sune Prosper Nete Ogun. Din Komahe, how they will terminate and also mobile end your
exit, you know.
Exit, you know.
See it.
In see it, the
Okay.
So up till now, net in far resignation letter no. Encore. Until they are still talking. Yes.
I felt the cigar no come over so much to crowd their man on a some pi.
Okay, woman is and yes simple sir. But I know say Burkinabe no Timiko Teki when the contract is not terminated until Kotoko sign with him. I don't think they be on breachy any ABR.
Okay.
Because they are still even allowed to add to their technical team, but as a head coach, until they be Omube with Prosper Nete, you know, they can't appoint a head coach to replace Prosper Nete. I think they will have to speed up that situation.
Okay.
Prosper Nete in the contract determination, you know, so much speeding up. No more shema and no a two chantem.
Joe, this came from Ofori Chrome. In reference to the Collins guy saying Enoch Morrison is not better than any of the Heart of Oak midfielders, Mary Jata never said that. He only said Heart of Oak hasn't signed a midfielder better than him. He should come again. Okay. And this has
Mary
Jata, why can I say no? Oma K Tamba. Why can I say
first message, you know, or say I know Mary Jata will say a different thing. Okay, you know.
Okay.
And we do different na wonka.
And me answer major actually. But points no one make here to me am kokum to
point number concerning Heart of Oak's first three fixtures. Technically, they are meeting teams that are that they struggled to beat last season at those venues. Heart of Oak lost 1-0 to Adriana. at Doma Hinkro, lost 1-0 to Olympics at home, and lost 1-0 to Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Baba Yara Stadium, meaning they have to play above themselves to get a good start, else pressure will be on the team. And mind you, they'll be playing Africa as well. 18-year-old Abdel Zagre was FC Kadiogo's top scorer with 7 goals, who has currently signed for FC Sion under 20. Kadiogo is a team that scores and concedes as well. They were the 9th team that conceded the highest number of goals in the Burkinabe League. Michael Abepiu, Naro.
Sergio, maybe my last one and our last but one. Quickly. Asante Kotoko board ni meeting the chief executive officer Nana Yamponsa this week. Now the free mobile in the and they say the board was not happy with the CEO, especially say omama the target in back on so G League. No G League ni we no one fambra bachelor board no na odisa omo de comment here. But the good thing out of it they say Nanaya apologized to them and the board agreed. And from the fallout from that meeting, no, Bibia there the phase after the apologies and board nankasa any CEO no like tension no to the extent that the board chairman is a jemu a pachoma Nana Ponsa on behalf of Nana Ponsa to the other board members and say they should unite and push Asante Kotoko forward. And for me, this gesture is a very positive one for the team because Asumi no kwa and since signing the sofa. I'm also hoping that after this apology, the board members and also position in a situation a very difficult for the CEO and the management to reach them when they need them. Because there are 2 ways. Board no supervises the management. But sometimes, ubetim kura from papa, but going to him and discuss issues with him becomes very difficult. So I think that as a board no so much tomorrow, they shouldn't also position themselves a bema relationship between them and the CEO be very difficult. For me, if it happens that way, then they will get back to where they were previously. My last thing here, and time that's what my last thing here, and command and social media, and I asked Mickey to confirm it, but I don't know. Say Gaka dwene so mbetwe kotokwa so
and I'm in ko hon tokwa ise I was see akra obeti has a voice na omo ye dwidwi aba voice no nti was ya na me pemisa ansa nsem na okan no party but the me free mu ne say e betima ba so mbetwe Asante Kotoko so so mo free mu bia me na me tese asesa enti miki me say mo de ne nya mo nya na munyi
better voice.
Minimum of call press adasi because any for the call I am
whatever it is, we can speak on the condition to the situation.
Galka G6
Jesus.
And what's a better episode?
And never me,
okay.
They didn't kind of say.
Come on, who's someone ensure sponsorship be any money hotels, Kasa. Any others, but see party. I said nya yikiti bia. Me nya voice them sans more kind na the better.
Me 72.
Okay.
They didn't kind of say. Omunyi omani free Kotoko so. Na do mbetumi aye bia ya tournament no momo.
Okay.
Adwin bia ni ho say bo omutrim. Say omo exploited the possibility of punishing Kotoko.
Ini so omo yesa.
Oni kwan so omo dwene ho krada.
Why?
Omo football mrem no. Omo Gaka top 4. Omo koye ne nhye say wa be ba first 4 teams no. Some Gaka top 4. Tournament no omo be bo na nye Gaka top 4. Into this season omo Gaka top 4. Omo be bo G6. Now no crane say the same organizers. Omo use league format no. But Gaka na ebu ne mra so first. Into e dan na pai and interfere nya mawura.
Okay.
Mrana say Moyebo League ni we are first, second, third, fourth. A boy tournament organized by Gaka called top 4. Somewhere somehow, what decided say more top 4 about something different. Something different here day. And even if it is a top 4, maka no hard time and again say before you ever start the season I got campaign for him say you season and first 4 teams or be organize a tournament amomo but you bet my league na be we na still omu nim schedules for the top 4. If you don't plan, some people would want to plan. And you don't wait so behind the plans every no so time no na won't do the able to name. This should serve as a lesson to Gaka. Yes, Kotoko withdrawals have made them lose some huge sponsorship. That is what we have been told.
Yeah.
It is not good. Kotoko is a member. Yes, Kotoko is a member of Gaka and a huge member of Gaka.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, teams who are more also plans. And Gaka should plan ahead. Make people know. Say the Ohonye. And before I be real league, you know, teams in him say you be top 4. Sike womnie. Fixtures in the saying that here, and to also plan here. No, I have fixtures in the order than they obligatory. No, they need the Ashishimbi. Now, one try to run one Mr. Tickers and same way about 3 months before we ended the season. It will make he say I was being too harsh on Gaka, but me who see a baby drew baby a dream. I must say a tournament, you know, and the teams, you know, and their humor bro, fine, send the acre say teams in the fireball friendly matches. Into maybe it will serve as some of the friendly matches. Look, the last time I checked, Nabrekum Chelsea about 13 friendly matches. 13. Look, top 4 young boy, people should watch out for Brekum Chelsea because what prepare. So what I'm saying is,
I'm the very place.
Yeah, I'm the very place.
Kotoko, yeah.
The make can say, I'm forget about Kotoko. Man, I'm on Koyama Kotoko in who free. I'm on Shakoya tournament. No, no, my ye. No more picking lessons from it. Trust you me, those teams now more no any say no master chef fixtures no. It can be nice. The only thing is scanning him. They should market it well. We'll see new players at teams no be signing or more. Some players be a year this season on be making impact. Or more free injury near the air. It could be a good tournament, but Gaka should blame themselves for the mess they are finding the whole tournament in. It's a bit unfortunate. Some about tournament of this nature now only sponsor Papa Bia. Obey say for accommodation near the na clubs na sika kakra da wonom no enno be kwa fa free ga ka kotokum nom de aba be yewi. The leaders have not done well for the clubs.
Corporate Ghana and so moi ma akansi nyina eno so wadwen yon say kotoko film de but esa akansi ntimi gina
me no ya adwen but maka we pen
yeah
SSI expression we me dedo
yeah
that sponsors do not commit their funds into sponsorship as philanthropic gesture. Sponsors some for musika and share sponsorship mu say omu di omu ye Father Christmas omu di ko shema ko chekeke sika no fa obi sa ho say me dey ma on den na menya free enti wo na be ansa no oh ye bo match a nkrofo ho do say ne be hwe do say ne be hwe TV so team we na wom omu supporters ni. It's up to you to convince them.
Go back and read the regulations of Galka again. We don't have top 4. It's Galka competitions.
It's Galka competitions.
That is Sana George Eka.
Okay, on my article no.
Yeah.
No, you see, you're Gaka.
Yeah.
And Sana Modi Koma GFA G2.
Yeah.
Until on be a boy discussion now, on my GFA regulation. We are not talking about we have Gaka a welfare body. Ghana League Clubs Association. Na ye Premier ni Division 1 and Mana Babeka. And ye Ghana Football Association and so on. Kotoko as a member, a Premier League side, is a member of Gaka and a member of GFE. But at a point, internet teams never withdraw. And call Congress, call G2 what your members in the GFE, G2 Muamu. So if George can give me, we are all learning. If he can give me a regulation in the GFE, that's oblige Kotoko to play in this top 6. It should just help us a discussion.
Good morning, Joe, and your versatile panel.